Figured just hit the live button now since I don't want to set up the computer and go through the motions like I work every day until I won't, until I can't. So something that's well, first off, let's start out with a funny story. On the road today, let's see, I've driven about 13, 14 miles back and forth, and I happened upon an interesting road rage incident. I don't know who was the a-hole there, but there was someone. There was the one car had the Harris Waltz bumper sticker on, and who knows what the context is? Maybe they had a little incident on the road, but for whatever reason, it provoked the fella on the left side of the Harris driver to have a Trump flag passenger side person, and it looked like they were just following side by side the person with the bumper sticker that said Harris, just waving this Trump flag. And I just thought to myself, only in Florida, but probably not. Now, jumping right back to my thoughts, or at least there's this one point that I don't want to forget, because I've been listening to enough tidbits of the mainstream media talking about how it's like they are dictating who won and how the performance went and what details were and were not important. And they had psychoanalysts talking about how Trump had, what's it called? Trump had the mugshot face, and Harris just took the wind right out of him and hit his narcissism right in the gut when she said people walk out of his rallies. Wasn't his rebuttal, at least I have rallies. They're talking about his facial expressions. They're talking about like how she was such a breath of fresh air from the past 9 years. Just the media is doing what they're doing. It's no surprise. They are trying to make sure that what the narrative they saw or they wanted to be is the one that we're all going to believe, which is Harris wiped the floor with Trump, which is nowhere near the truth. A very interesting point where I appreciate the individual who stands on the business and the facts more so, even though I'm sure there's plenty that would love to argue, when the moderator brought up, oh, in fact, the FBI has told us that violent crime has been going down. And Trump's rebuttal, now the media frames it like, hey, look at him, he's arguing with the moderator. Well, he has better intelligence, apparently, because it's very clear as day, just as we did it live and covered the debate, and we fact-checked it in real time, the FBI's stats that they released regarding violent crime left out major populated areas like Chicago and California and New York. That would have a huge impact on the stats regarding violent crime. And the moderator treated Trump like he was a bastard child, like he didn't know what he was talking about. Now, the moderators, I think, were pretty fair, given that it was on the mainstream outlet. This is the second debate that Trump had to agree to everybody's terms but his own, and go there. And I'm just listening to these therapists and psychologists. Oh, you can just look at his face. That's a defeated man. He clearly lost this. Yep, look at the line on his brow. That's a win for Harris. What a breath of fresh air. Harris had to take about a week or two, give or take here, of mock debates from some savvy hotel. Trump just talked to his advisors, and he went there and he caught the moderator in a lie or an incomplete fact, and I don't hear any coverage of that. I'm curious if Fox will even bother, because I think that's very important. We're catching the moderator and Harris play along with a false narrative, and just, I don't care if he looks pissed off. I don't care that he's got the 34 charges. This has been, as he's called it from day one, weaponized, politicians weaponizing our tax dollars and the three-letter agencies to go after this man, witch hunt style, and they finally got this nonsense to stick. And he's the one, he decided to put himself in this position to help the country. I'm not going to say he's a selfless man, but things were on an uptick before COVID. And just the way that Harris framed it all, she's sitting there talking about making changes while she's still in a seat of authority. Unless she's just, I wish she would have just said on the microphone there, look, I am completely powerless, and the inept old fella that eats applesauce all day, he can't make any decisions. We have a cabinet of advisors. They're the ones pulling the strings. Or maybe the deep state. Or I don't know. But for her to be there while she's the current VP, laying out plans. Bitch, do something now. Show us. You've had ample time to be more than the U.S.'s side chick, Camel Toe. And I'm not going to let go. I'm going to repeat it like, it's a dead horse already. But Trump he fact-checked the moderator, and he got played like he was just arguing with the centrist moderator. They lied about the FBI stats. They did not include major metropolitan areas. So everybody's saying this was a win for Harris, or at least lefty mainstream media outlets. They're definitely singing like, oh, this finally our savior has come in, our queen has been coronated. And Trump is just he's fact-checking moderators, and nobody's paying attention or saying, look here, look at this part. So I don't know, I've made it very clear from my journey from being the Bernie bro to the Trump supporter, and I'm eager to vote for this guy, because I'm sick and tired of hearing everybody that wants to be thinking for us, telling us how to think, telling us this is a one and done. Like, after that debate, Trump has had to debate 2 of these fools already, okay, and concede to every demand of the DNC and the mainstream media. He's had to debate both of these useless people, in my opinion. That's as far as I can reference them. We got the dumb diva, and we got the mute, the old mute, bless his heart. May he rest in peace as he's walking around like a zombie. But all right, I'm curious if anybody bothers to watch, just leave a comment. What do you think of the debate? I think Trump did a great job. He looked angry, but if I had a debate both of these bastards almost nearly back to back, just to prove that I got the accurate stats more than even the moderators, I'd have a furrowed brow myself, okay? Or maybe I'd give it more of the twinge here. Okay, I've driven enough here. It's time to get in and get on Trump 2024. I ain't asking for no money. I'm just saying, please vote for that guy and not that dumb biatch. Okay.